Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here with you to encourage university, faculty, administrators, as well as those in technical, tribal, and community colleges to think big about their implementation of geospatial technologies on campus. What do I mean by thinking big? I'll get to that in a moment. But here's the issue with not thinking big. Without a clear vision for geotechnologies, faculty are busy doing things, good things to be sure. They're teaching individual courses, they're updating courses, and these things will influence in a positive way their fellow faculty and students that they encounter over the coming years. Nothing wrong with that. It's a noble goal. However, it's short-sighted, and I would contend that it falls short of what geotechnologies could do on your campus. Folks, GIS is not just some niche technology that's only going to be used by a few people in society. That may have been true in the early days of GIS in the 20th century, but no longer. Spatial thinking and geotechnologies are going to be used by a wide variety of disciplines, from basically archaeology to zoology and everything in between. City planning, biology, human health, public safety, you name it. There's no discipline that's not going to be asking the whys of where. And because of its potential to turn around many of the variables in society that are frankly going in the wrong direction, ocean acidification, human health, public safety, biodiversity loss, etc. in our world. And I believe GIS meshes well with the whole goal of higher education in the first place, which is to make positive change agents in your students, in those fine students of yours. You want them to be positive, active change agents in society. Applied spatial thinking through geotechnologies, therefore, remote sensing, GPS, GIS, needs to be elevated in a university as a core goal, as important as critical thinking and diversity of thought and those other high-level, noble university goals that you have. Geospatial technology and spatial thinking needs to be in there. Now, why do I keep mentioning spatial thinking? Because GIS is a thinker's tool. It always has been. It's a thoughtfully approached tool. It's not just the techie stuff. It's not just the hardware and software. It's this tool right here that's most important. Your spatially enabled brain. And from that vision of geotechnologies on your campus, it is hoped you will actually be able to develop a plan that's implementable and actionable. This plan should transcend disciplinary boundaries, individual courses, and even those who happen to be teaching courses at any one particular time. You don't want it to be derailed if a faculty member leaves or comes in. You want to have that geovision steady as you progress through this decade and the decades to follow. Now, how are you going to get this big vision going for your campus? I would encourage you to think about GIS in two different ways. First of all, consider the following. GIS is not a niche, small used technology. It is a platform that people can build on. There's coding elements, spatial analytics, visualization, analysis, ways to create web mapping applications for communications, for example, infographics, dashboards, story maps, and more. It's a way for you to gather data in the field and map it and analyze it. Asking the whys of where is important, and it's going to be asked by a wide variety of people in government, nonprofit, academia, and in private industry. So think about that as you think about how you're going to envision your GIS goal and make it implementable that can be acted upon by a variety of people across campus, from faculty to grad students to individual undergrads having a stake in this, to administrators, provost, everyone on campus, research staff, etc. So GIS is a platform that you can build on. Secondly, not only think about GIS in a deeper way than perhaps you have in the past, think about GIS in a broader way than perhaps you've thought about it in the past. Now, I'm a geographer, and it in part pains me to say this, but GIS is actually more important than geography. It is. It's more important than just having it in one or two disciplines on campus. GIS is too valuable a perspective and a problem-solving tool to just be in environmental science and GI science and geography. It needs to be in civil engineering, health, sociology, language arts, data science, history. You get the idea? Everything on campus. Everyone's asking, I've got to make a positive difference in the world. I want to solve problems, and I want real-world data and real tools to be able to do that. That's what GIS allows you to do. And also, every discipline asks the whys of where. They look at change over space and time. So think about GIS in a broader sense. That will help you build stakeholders on campus that care. Also, on the campus administrative side, your campus is either now or will be using GIS for campus safety, for infrastructure mapping, for resiliency plans, etc. So you've got that aspect going, as well as the research and the instructional side. So GIS, big vision on campus, instruction, research, and campus administration. And I would encourage you to build that GIS vision. It's not just one or two departments, it's not just one or two faculty, it's not just one or two courses. It needs to be as important as any other high level, those 4 or 5 university level goals that you have. Spatial thinking needs to be right in there with critical thinking and other things that you've got in your university goals. So that's what I encourage you to do. Think about that. I'd love to chat more with you about that. Thanks.